Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dylan, and welcome to Dylan the Truth podcast. If you guys are new to this channel, I'd like for you guys to subscribe to it and also hit that like button. Deeply appreciated. Now, this segment is about Doja Cat. I don't think I ever spoke about Doja Cat. This is the first time I actually had a segment about her, but it's in a negative light. She caught a lot of heat for what she said to, I guess, a fan, and basically said that she's not their friend. I'm not your friend, quote unquote. Um, and then, in result of that, she lost 800,000 followers on her Instagram account. Um, I mean, you could look at it in a couple of ways. What she was saying, she's not wrong. I mean, you guys are not friends. You guys don't know each other on a personal level. You're a fan of Doja Cat. Um, Doja Cat is well aware that you are a fan. And that's how it is. It's not like you guys are like best friends. You guys grew up together. You guys went to school together, or you guys work at the same place, wherever it was before she got on, and she became the big star that she is right now. Um, I don't know, but you have that part of it. You gotta separate the two. You guys are not friends. You guys don't know each other like that. The other thing you could look at it is that a lot of people think that based on this message um, that was said by Doja Cat, they make it seem like she's big headed. She let the fame get to her head, so now that she's a big star, she could flex on certain people or talk to people a certain way, and it's like she doesn't care, and that's what it comes off as. Like, she does not care what anybody thinks. Um, in the same breath, you gotta think about it, right? A lot of celebrities that act like this, that let fame get to their head, it doesn't end really well, because at the end of the day, the fans are who makes you. Especially if you're a musician, you have to bank on the fans, because the fans are the ones going out, downloading your music, buying your records, or you know requested the radio jockeys to keep playing the tracks over and over and over again. The streaming, that's all the fans. Without the fans, these musicians wouldn't be where they are. I mean, they could talk their mess now because they're in a different tax bracket than most people. But you have to remember, when you were coming up, you didn't have the same attitude. You weren't, this arrogant. You weren't saying, "Oh yeah, I'm bigger than everybody else." You're not on my level. Blah blah blah. You were humble. You were hungry. You were ready to get into the game. Now, a lot of people take the game for granted. They look at it like, okay, I'm in the game. Yes, I am a singer, or in Doja Cat's case, she's a rapper. I came in, I'm a rapper, I make the money. There's perks to this whole thing, meaning like there's that fame and fortune, but a lot of people fall in love with the fame. The fortunes is always going to come, because when you put in that work for a long time and then you get on, you're going to reap the benefits for sure. But the fame it's like a drug. It's a real addiction, and some people really can't handle fame. It's been proven. I've seen this throughout the years, of celebrities. When they reach a certain level, it's like they get arrogant. They talk. I mean, they start talking down to people as if they're not relevant. Their opinions don't matter. First of all, everybody on this planet Earth opinion is relevant. It's valid. You know, just because you're not a Jay Z or a Diddy or whatever doesn't mean your opinion doesn't matter. Like everybody has an opinion. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. Um, you can't say somebody's not relevant because they're maybe not at that stature as far as like those artists I just named, like Jay Z, Diddy, Drake. It doesn't matter. Like everybody has a voice. They're gonna address their opinion. But you know, you just have to remember they are not your friends. They're not obligated to the fans. They don't owe them like their legions. You know what I'm saying? Where they gotta stop to a screeching halt. Like they might be dealing with some personal stuff. We don't know. They're in the limelight. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Maybe they could be dealing with a lot of demons. We don't know, but they have a way of hiding what's really going on. So maybe they channel their anger through their music. Maybe you might hear something more dark. You never know. So I'm looking at it in both sides. There's that arrogance from like these celebrities, musicians, when they get to a certain level, and then you have to look at the fans. The fans are acting like they own in the world. These celebrities and musicians, actors, whoever, entertainers. Um, you could see it on both sides, but in this situation, I don't think Doja really said anything wrong. She just basically said, "I'm not your friend. I don't know you like that." Um, is there a way that she could have came off and delivered it a little bit better? Maybe, but she said what she said, and the point of the fact of the matter is that these are people that you're supposed to admire. You admire their work. I never look at them like role models. There are some that I do look up to, and I'll be like, yeah, these guys are real role models. Like these are the guys that I really look up to, and I take bits and pieces from each of these guys that I look up to, like my heroes. Like the Muhammad Ali, Denzel Washington, Malcolm X, Michael Jackson. I mean, there's so many, but those are like my few heroes. I don't have too many of them, and a lot of these celebrities I don't look up to. Yes, I might listen to their music. They have good songs and whatnot, but as people, they move a little different. They're not good people. Like just because they make really good music doesn't make them a good person. That's what you have to remember. That's why a lot of people can't separate the two. They have this issue where if they like somebody, right? Uh, the thing what they love to do is they'll justify every actions what they do. So they could do something, horrendous, and it'll be like, oh, yeah, no, but he makes good music, this and that. You can't do that, man. Like wrong is wrong, right is right. That's how I look at it. I don't care who you are. Like I don't care if you're a billionaire, millionaire. That doesn't mean anything. Your character tells me a whole lot about that person. That's what I base it on. When it comes to music, acting, like movies, stuff like that, that's a separate thing. Like I could separate it. Like for example, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is my favorite basketball player of all time. But as a person, um, he's a bit of a scumbag. Like he's not a very nice person. He picks and chooses who he wants to sign an autograph for. He talks down to a lot of people. I mean, I heard a lot about him, and that's the example of what I'm trying to make about you separating. Because even though he's my favorite basketball player of all time, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's a good person. That's just how I always view it, and that will never change. Unless he changes behavior, unless he does more for the community. Um, I mean that's about it. But it aligns with this situation with Doja Cat and that fan, and it just shows you got to be careful of what you say. I mean, you're on a magnifying glass. People are watching your every move. They want to see celebrities' downfall. Yes, as much as they want them to be successful, when they are successful, that's when the attack comes. That's when you start to really see all these haters. They've been there in the wing. They were waiting. Like they're never truly happy for people. So I mean, it's I don't know. Like it's not gonna really hurt Doja Cat in a sense because she's still on the top of her game. She's very talented. There's no question about it. Love her or hate her. Maybe you might find her weird. Maybe she's not your average type of artist or rapper. What we see nowadays. She's a little out there, but that's good. As a musician, you're not supposed to be normal. You're supposed to be a little weird. There's a lot of weird people, but when it comes to music, they're musical genius, and it works. It goes hand in hand. That's how I always look at it, man. Like any weird artist that you could think of, you listen to their music, you don't really question how good the music is. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'd like to thank everybody who tuned into this video. Till next time, peace.